integer, then step x is simply x itself. If x is an integer, then there is no fractional part in the text, so you need to take the fractional part of x as 0. As an example, if you check, so take an integer, maybe some 7. Okay, if 7 is an integer, right? So step of 7 is equals to directly 7, and fractional part of 7 is simply 0. Whereas if x is not integer, then how to think? If x is not integer, then x is in between the integers, then x is of the format x contains some integral part plus fractional part. Okay, this integral part is an integer, whereas this fractional part is for sure in between 0 and 1. Okay, and now since x is not integer, then x is equals to I plus f. Then in this case, from this it is very clear that step of x is equals to I, whereas step of fractional part of x is equals to f. Just think about it. Okay, so the integral part is simply step x, whereas the fractional part is what? F. And by combining these two, we will say that, what we will say? If x is not an integer, whereas if x is integer. By combining these two, easily we will say that x is equals to step x plus fractional part of x. X is equals to I plus f. So I is step x, fractional part of x is f. So step x plus f. Whereas in this case, if x is an integer, again step x is simply x itself, right? So step x plus fractional part of x is x plus 0, which is directly x. So x is equals to step x plus fractional part of x is true in both the case, whether x is an integer or not an integer. You just take it as 3a. Okay, x is equals to step x plus fractional part of x. This one observation. And the next thing is what? For sure this fractional part of x value is in between 0 and 1, and this step x value is simply what? I. Okay, so this is one observation. And further observations from this idea is step of x. What is x actually? I plus f. Step of I plus f is directly I, whereas fractional part of I plus f. Fractional part of x is f, so fractional part of I plus f is f. Okay, and one more thing, it is very clear that the fractional part of x is in between 0 and 1. Okay, 0 less than or equals to fractional part of x is less than 1. So all these are some observations related to these points. Just have a look. Okay, and this is 3a. So 3b. So just I mentioned you about step x and fractional part of x. So as per the last discussion, step x is simply nothing but an integer. Don't think about x, don't bother about x. X may be integer, x may not be integer, but step x value is always integer. So just think about it. So as per our discussion, we know that step x is always an integral value, whereas fractional part of x is always in between 0 and 1. These are the ideas what we have in our hands. Using that we need to answer. Then coming for the first problem, step of step x. You just leave the outer step and then think about the inner step. This expression in this step is integer. Step of integral value is that integer itself. So step of step x is nothing but again step x only. Okay, and whereas step of fractional part of x. Fractional part of x is a number which is in between 0 and 1. Since this value is in between 0 and 1, it is 0 point something, so its step value is clearly 0. Whereas fractional part of step x. See, step x, as I mentioned you, it's an integer. For the integer there is no fractional part, so fractional part of step x is again 0. And whereas in the last case, fractional part of x. See, the first fractional part of x will give us a decimal number like 0.72 like that, for an example. And its fractional value again is that same 0.72. And at the end the result is simply fractional part of x. Just have a look. Okay, step of step x, step of fractional part of x, fractional part of step x, as well as fractional part of x is the fractional part of x. Okay, and the next idea in the 3c. For example, if x is in between the numbers, if n less than or equals to x less than n plus 1 for n belongs to integer. if n is an integer such that x is a number between n and n plus 1, for sure it is clear that step x is equals to n. Is it clear? Just have a look. Okay. And then based on this, I will generate the next idea. Since n is less than or equals to x is less than n plus 1 for n belongs to z, then for sure what we have? Step x is equals to n. So then now replace this step x in the place of n. What will happen? Just think about it. In 3D, we are observing different properties related to the step x as well as the fractional part of x. And here in our view, step x is simply the greatest integer function. Okay. Yeah, since n less than or equals to x less than n plus 1, step x is n, you just replace step x in the place of x. So then from C it is very clear that step x is less than or equals to x less than step x plus 1. Just identify it, okay? Somewhat very useful task. Step x is less than or equals to x less than step x plus 1. And if you split in two parts, you have that step x is less than or equals to x in the one part and x less than step x plus 1 is in the second part. And now think about it. Yeah, x minus 1 is less than step x. Is it right? Just send 1 that side. Now combine these two. Okay. Yeah, now by combining these two, what you have? First write the second inequality, which is x minus 1 less than step x, and that step x is now less than or equals to x. Just have a look. Step x value is always in between x minus 1 and x, whereas x value is always in between step x and step x plus 1. All this discussion is just possible because of this particular main definition. If x is a number and in between n and n plus 1 for integral value of n, then step x is for sure n. Based on that, we have these inequalities also. Just have a look. Point, we need to find out step x plus step of minus x and fractional part of x plus fractional part of minus x results irrespective of the x. Okay, so to analyze it, we need to take different values in the place of x just to observe. Okay, so in one case x positive integer, x negative integer, x positive decimal and x negative decimal. If x is an integer, okay, so step of an integral value is that integer itself. So if x is 7, step x and step of minus x 7 and minus 7. Their step values are also directly 7 and minus 7. If you add, you will get 0. Whereas coming to the fractional value of an integer is again 0, right? And that's why their fractional values are 0, the summation is 0. If x is equals to minus 8, again you need to take minus 8 in the place of x. So the first one step x will become step of minus 8 and the second one step of minus x will become step of 8. These two are integers and its step value is minus 8, its step value is 8, summation is 0. Whereas coming to the fractional values, for integers the fractional values are 0 as we discussed. So 0 and 0, its result is 0. Okay, right. And now if x is equals to 3.4, so it is somewhat we need to discuss. So take x is equal to 3.4. The first one is step of 3.4 and the next one is step of minus 3.4, replacing 3.4 in the place of x. Step of 3.4 here it is 3 and step of minus 3.4 is minus 4. Is it right? So minus 3.4 is a number which is in between minus 4 and minus 3. So you need to consider the left side integer which is minus 4. So 3 plus of minus 4 is minus 1. And if you take 3.4 in the second one, fractional part of 3.4 plus fractional part of minus 3.4. See, this fractional part of 3.4 is 3 plus 0.4, directly 0.4. And whereas fractional part of minus 3.4. So you need to write it like minus 4 plus 0.6. From there the fractional value is 0.6. Sum of their fractional values is 1. Right. So calculating the fractional values and integral values, everything I mentioned you in the previous class itself. Okay. And now whereas coming to this case, so replace x is equals to minus 2.6. So its value is minus 3, its value is 2 and you have minus 1. Whereas in the second case for the fractional values the value is 1. At the end the conclusion is simply, if x is an integer, the values are 0, 0. If x is not an integer, then the first one, the result is minus 1, whereas for the second one, the result is simply 1. So I just conclude all these things. I will erase it. Okay. At the end, the values of step x plus step of minus x and fractional part of x plus fractional part of minus x is simply we have two possibilities. Okay. In the first case, its value is 0 if x is an integer. In the second case, its value is minus 1 if x is not an integer. Whereas for the next one, it is 0 if x is an integer and its value is 1 if x is not an integer. Okay, just we concluded using different examples in the place of x. Also we have a procedure to prove it by taking x as a general number. Okay, so but that is not required actually. So the observation is enough to answer this type of questions. Just have a look and I will give you the next point. Okay. Once again look at the board. We need to solve the problem. The problem involves with x, step x, fractional part of x. Similarly y, step y, fractional part of y, and z, step z, and fractional part of z. Okay. So we need to solve. Solving in the sense we need to find the values of x, y, and z with the given information using all the properties of step x. Okay. Right. We know that step x is an integer. Fractional part is a number which is in between 0 and 1. And also we know that x is equals to step x plus fractional part of x. Use all these things, solve this problem, right?